Good evening, everyone. First of all, apologies for coming in late. We were talking in the dressing room, so I know that I made you wait. I apologize for that. So we were talking in the dressing room about this, that first of all, I am proud of the way the team played today. I think that it demonstrated great responsibility to come here and play to a team that knows how to have the ball and be dynamic in that way. So I really feel proud of the way that we played tonight. That is very much an echo of the way that we want to play. In the first games, we weren't playing in the way that we wanted, but today we showed a face of what we want to be. So I'm really happy and really proud to see them play in that way. I am very frustrated in losing the game in this way, in a goal that was preventable, and now we are facing a situation that we would not like to be. So, of course, we have been scored to in the last minutes in various games, and we need to improve a lot in that case. Now, with Mascherano, it's just a soccer situation when Falcone, my goalkeeper, is injured, they just continue to play. I was protesting that play, but at the end of the day, I told him that it was nothing against him. This is just it's a soccer play. We talked about it in the dressing room, and nothing beyond that. Hello, Gonzalo. I just wanted to ask you if you were surprised that Rodrigo de Paul was a starter for Inter Miami after being announced in a few hours just recently. Whether this changed anything for you? No, we knew that that possibility existed. The advantage that I have coming from MLS is that this type of situations happen that you get your visa from one moment to the next and suddenly you're available. So we knew that Busquets could play with Cremashi. We knew that Cremashi would play with Redondo, or if the visa was approved, it would be with Rodrigo de Paul, who just came from playing a tournament. So we knew that that was one of the possibilities. When we heard that he was available, we just assumed that that was a game that we had to play. Hello, Gonzalo. Juan Ballesteros from Red Football. Well, you already mentioned the situation with Mascherano, but at the end, there were some other situations that included a tense situation between Messi and other players. There was a lot of protest with the goal. I don't know if you were able to see the replay. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, the 10 situations I think are normal. Those who have the fortune of playing at these levels, we understand what it feels like to win and to lose. So both sides have emotions. We are not robots. We are flesh and bones. And I am actually quite surprised that he was so happy to win this game. I mean, he's won so much, and he's usually quite um, sober in general. I was surprised by his reaction, but these are just soccer plays, and that's it. And I think I missed your second question. The goal, were you able to see the replay? I wasn't able to see it. I was told that he was not offside, but I still have to see it. But that's about it. Gonzalo, hello. So you mentioned that you you were upset by losing the game, but in the last 10 minutes of the game, well, it seemed that the team was trying to make some time and going to penalties. Didn't you see the game like that? No, I mean, I think that we were really tired. Messi was 2 minutes in a corner shoot because they are trying to make some time. When you are playing under certain circumstances, you are really tired. the travel, going to Monterrey first, and then come to Guadalajara, come over here. Those are things that sometimes we don't take into consideration, but these are things that actually matter when you play in Monterrey and then in Guadalajara, and then the humidity. My players were tired. They were not just losing time. Ferraris were was not doing that, as you said. We were not happy with the draw. I thought we had the possibility of winning, and they had some situations happening at the end. So those are just perhaps different perceptions. Hello, Gonzalo. This tournament uh, comes at a moment where you have just started the season, the local season, and everyone has their own dream, right, about it. How do you see this tournament, knowing that MLS has dominated in recent um, editions of the Leagues Cup, and we understand that the economic price here in the MLS is quite substantial. So, how do you think about that? Well, I just focus on the competitive side of things. So, to be direct, we just take it seriously. One evidence of that is how we play to a team like this one, and we take it really seriously. The economic piece and all of these games that have happened here and that we might not be used to traveling so much and time changes. These are just part of the rules of the game. We accepted them and we know them in advance. So we cannot complain about that, about the rules. Yesterday, the Mexican teams dominated in the results. Haven't seen the results of the day, but I can say that there's certain parity at the levels of both leagues. In recent editions of the Leagues Cup, the MLS has dominated, as you said, in CONCACAF as well. The Mexican teams have been more dominant in those instances. So there's parity, I would believe, and this is a rivalry that's growing and that is making our two leagues grow.